Hello, welcome to my garage. It's cold, it's really cold. About 26 degrees today, which isn't the worst. That's a bunch of water that ran off the roof and then froze into a ball on my carport thing. Uncool. We can't let that stop us. We got a Chevrolet to start. I need it to start to move international. Gross. It's like a water oil mix. She's thick. That's yucky. Wow. All right. Anywho, international. It's stuck. I can't get it to move. It just spins tires. Couldn't pull it out with the truck. It didn't have another person to try to dump clutch while I pulled it out. And that tire goes flat. I think maybe the brakes are stuck. It's been sitting here for like a year and a half now, and I've got to sell this thing. It's got to go. So, my 1960 C60, probably my favorite Chevrolet cab because of the knee knockers. I love the curved door. They didn't make them very long like this, only 3 years. It's kind of special, certainly special to me. It's got some pretty neat options we're gonna go over, but mainly I need it to run because it's the biggest thing I got to get that International over there out. And then honestly, I'll probably park this where the International was. I was saying, your curved doors here. Not so bad on a truck you step up into. On the shorter ones, though, it is kind of annoying. But, oh, man, she's all original. Whatever, that means. My granddad picked this up off a farm, I don't know, 20 years ago. And he left it to me when he passed. In a certain order. Very exciting gear ratios. We love to see it. I mean, she's stuck in low. She's been in low for all those 20 years. Maybe we'll fix that one day. I doubt it. It had a dump bed at some point. It is since long gone. All the mechanism's still there and worked last time I checked. I'd like to take that off and shorten it. What about there? Like 8-foot bed size. Although it's not bad how it is. I could just leave it alone. Or pull this cab and put it on a different frame. Might be smarter. However, I love this motor. I find it fascinating. It's a Chevy 261. If you don't know anything about them, you can Google it. You'll learn more than I can tell you. But basically, they had a small motor at 216, bumped it up to a 235, punched it out more to 261. Not a big deal. However, this thing has like diesel internals. Go look up some photos. It is wild. Internals on this are thick. And I find that super interesting. It just, no horsepower, quite a bit of torque for the size. Back to the original Bulldog 4-speed. SM420, not a 475, 65, whatever everybody else likes. It has like the serious low gear. And then, neatest of all, perhaps, this has an independent front end with torsion bars in 1960 on a 2-ton truck. Pretty weird. Admittedly, torsion bar independent front end on a 2-ton truck from 1960 isn't the best idea. They did it, I think, for 3 years. All the way up to like their biggest models. It has issues. That's why they didn't keep it. Went back to a straight axle, which a lot of people just swap them in. But I think it's neat, and it's not going to haul anything heavy. So as long as it's not completely blown out, which I don't think it is, you could still run it. And interestingly, you can use that suspension for front airbags really easy, which would be kind of neat. But I don't know. That's a lot. I don't know if we'll get that far. Let's see if we can get it running though. I had it running 6 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe. So it shouldn't take too awful much, I don't think. However, the carburetor has been sitting open for a really long time now, so that could be to our detriment. Let's find out. So problem number one is I believe it's still, she's stuck in here. And this clutch pedal's not doing anything. Brake pedal also. It shares a clutch and brake fluid reservoir. Let's go look at that. Yeah, there she is. Now, the brakes on these old trucks, everybody knows, is the big vacuum pump deal down below. They suck, never work. But this thing had blown a brake line, and I was like, that's no big deal, I'll go to move it. And I was like, why don't I have a clutch? And it's because it had bled out a lot. So I'm gonna see if there's anything in there. So as I said, it had blown a brake line, which I've since repaired and put fluid in. Not bueno. Crap. I'm gonna see. Hopefully there's not another leak somewhere. Who cares? Let's go throw some fluid in it and see if the clutch comes back to life. Crap. Of all times, be out of brake fluid. To the store we go. Okay, we're back from Napa. We got an energy drink. Whew, and a big tub of brake fluid, some extra starting fluid, and batteries on charge. Let's see what we can do here. I also put a normal person hat back on when I went to the store, so people don't think I'm real weird. Lame. Okay. Yeah. Let's see if we got any kind of stuff. I don't know if we got to pump it up. I don't know about like bleeding the clutch on this. I don't really have any idea. I still got no clutch. Maybe a little more fluid. Let me put the top back on. Okay, she's pretty well full. And yeah, let me get that sucked on there, and then we will see what happens. Not much going on. Oh, there's some kind of engagement at the bottom. She is still stuck in gear. Maybe pump it up a little bit. She's free. We're so back. Oh, dude, nice. I guess she was just empty. And the brakes, not so much. Okay, that's all right. We don't need brakes. We need a clutch. Wow, she's out of gear. Look at that. All right, so we're so back. Grab a battery. We got the Liquid Day Aranqua. Oh, starting fluid. And we'll see what happens. Let's look at this carburetor. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Some basic ass battery cables I made up before because the others were gone. And then it's just keyed switch fused to battery, starter solenoid, and coil. Jeez. Let me tighten this on and we'll see what we can do. I don't know if I can film this. I do this on an iPhone because I'm cheap. What the hell? Oh no. What are you for? Crap. Hold on. It's one of those fun projects where just walking back and forth to the barn for a simple tool. It just takes up a lot of your time. Let's see, my Rule King starter switch isn't gonna do much for me. She's loose as a goose. Well, let's see what happens. Can I? There's no way. I can't film this. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, yeah. She sounds real dead. Crap. I don't think it's even worth shooting starting fluid. That battery apparently is quite low. So we're just gonna have to return to this here shortly, I think. Another cold day, another fun hat. Battery's charged. We're gonna see if we can start this thing so I can get it in the barn and work on it with the heat. The battery's heavy. I'm gonna try to solve our little wire fall off problem with just throwing some washers on this. Kind of stupid, but yeah, if it works. I think we're wired up. Oh yeah. That still doesn't sound very lively for a 2-day charged battery. We're just gonna wishfully think that it still has spark and everything else. I hate to just throw starting fluid in it, but here I go anyway. Let's see if we can get it to kick off. And go. That's not a good sign. Crap. Okay, no spark. My janky switch action has power to coil. So maybe the points are just dirty. That's what happened last time. But last time it had sat for like a decade, so. Let me get a spark plug checker. Let's see. Well, I don't know. A little dirty. We'll clean them. Maybe we'll get lucky. I'm pretty sure that's all I did 5-6 years ago. But I guess I could see there's oil in it too. So I just popped this, and that's hello. No, there's nobody home. So we'll maybe look at fluids, but it doesn't have to go very far. All right, now that it's got a fresh set of points in it. Well, that's oil. Yeah, sure enough. And back to your home. All right, let's see if we got any spark. Oh. Okay, so the key switch makes no sense. I'm guessing it's gone bad, I suppose, because I have battery power in, sure. It's showing constant power though, trying to come through the solenoid. When I turn the key over, it functions with the starter, but I only have power at the ignition when the key is off. And when you turn it on, you lose it. And then when you're cranking, it's still off. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I'm gonna just undo it off the ignition wire off the ignition switch, whatever. Pull it back through, run it to the coil so it's hot. And then, I don't know, see if it turns on, I guess? I don't know, that's weird. I mean, this functioned at one point, so I don't know what would have, unless it's just gone bad internally. I don't know. I mean, I did it, so, you know, it could just be wrong. However, it's not wired wrong. Shit, I don't know, guys. I'm gonna just hotwire the coil and see if this thing will run. I'm really tired of standing out in the cold. Clearly, not the right way to do it, but it's in there. She's hot. So, yeah, I don't know. See what happens. Or it'll catch on fire. Let's go. Okay, we've all crossed our fingers. Please turn. One-handed's fun. No change. Let's give it some more spray. Nothing. Man. Crap. All right, we're gonna try new points and condenser. Cleaned up the points, but maybe that's, I mean, I've got no spark coming through. I just called Napa and the kid, he's like, I don't know, that's not a thing. We don't have that. I was like, it's points and condenser. I was like, you can try points. And he's like, yeah, I'll get the temperature sensor. I said, hey, will you just type in points for me? And he goes, points contact set. Yeah, that's all we got. I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's the one. So we're gonna go by that now and see what happens. So we got the points out. We're fighting the condenser right now. As I crank on stuff, this starts moving around on me. That don't seem right. I don't know, maybe it is. Anywho, the fight continues. Anytime I have questions of like why things are so screwed up, how could it be so jammed up and nasty and whatnot, I just think of all the awesome countless meth heads that worked for my granddad for cheap on his construction and on his property, and that's why. How is the bolt that holds the condenser in, like in there crooked? Like it's clearly bent and cross-threaded, and they just forced it in. Like why? Why would you do that? I don't understand. So I'm gonna get some stuff to try to cut that off to get the bolt access to it with a pair of pliers, I guess. I don't know, I've loosened it up to get it rotated and moved around. it's baffling. I didn't help it there at the end, you know, getting this bent up around stuff, but I mean that, how, why, what? Don't hire meth heads, kids. Jesus. Ever wondered why guys kept a comical amount of random bolts and nuts and crap? It's this right here. It's like a perfect match. We're in business. All right, thank God, new one's in. It actually went right in. I mean, I was kind of worried that I had screwed something up, maybe taking it out if I did it wrong, but no, it's all gone right back in. We're gonna throw it back together now. Oh yeah, great success. We're doing real well here. I think it's actually gonna go back together. Now, will it work? I don't know. Just don't know, kids. Of course, it's all back together, and then this wire. Come here, where's it at? Jesus, came undone. So we'll redo that, and then we'll try it. What do you know? We have spark. We don't have a gaff tool. I'm just gonna use a piece of the box. Just, I don't know, it'll be close enough. I usually just kind of eye it, but I got something, so I'll try it. But we do have spark on the points, opening and closing, which is good, because we didn't before. So yeah, let's see. Let me set this, put the cap on, and then we'll start it, or we'll crank it. It's all back together. I don't know, let's try to start it. I'm kind of tired of fighting with it, just to get it going, and then I got to figure out a fuel system, because this fuel tank leaks. So, I don't know, fill it up, and then I know it'll drain on the ground, or rig one up for now. I don't know if the fuel pump works. I know it's going to run. I don't know if we have spark. crossing bridges before we burned them. Anyway. All right, I brought my tripod outside. I don't like to do that because I don't want any of my neighbors thinking I look like more of an idiot, but in case this thing actually fires up, let me set this little camera up. All right, surely not. Interesting. Come here, you. Extra sauce. Oh, all right. Well, it's better than before. I know. All right. I'll go on to gasoline. I don't know if it'll burn on this versus starting fluid. Might. All right, we're gonna call that a win, I think. Yummy. I guess really it is awful cold. Might need to mess with the choke or something. Maybe we get something going here. Cool, I found the choke cable. It's that. Hold on, we got it. Oh, we don't have it, I was wrong. Oh, jeez. All right, no more playing around. We got gas. And we got starting fluid. It's happening. Ah. Little throttle. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, that was all it had. But still, that's something. And we're not even on fire. Hell yeah. We've got a fun, sketchy little bottle running. Fuel pump is pulling fuel. It's sucking it down. It's not running now. I can only run it off starting fluid. I don't have another bottle to dump gas in the car, which is what I need to do. Fill the bowl, get it to suck enough fuel. So I might need to get another bottle, drink some more water or something.
All right, we're getting squirrely. We got to figure this out.
It seemed like it was sucking fuel. Now it seems like it isn't. So I couldn't get it to gravity feed. I just don't have the right tank. So I'm gonna run this little dude to another tank. You know, attached to the bumper, and yeah, it'll work. Well, forgot to record starting it. I didn't expect it to just run. But yeah, there we go. How about that? Okay, I couldn't film and do any of this. 0 brakes. So I had to like kind of hand ease it down this little slope with a brick all the way so that it didn't roll off through the back of the shed. But I think we're good. I'm gonna start it up, get it in here. I gotta adjust it over a little bit, but that's all right. Awesome, bad radiator leak when I fired it up, but we'll get to that later. All right, we're calling it a win. It's all the stress I can handle. One afternoon, I gotta clear some space, get it all the way in. And yeah, start, I don't know, figuring out problems. There's plenty of them. Like I said, I think at the beginning of the video, I just want this to really run and drive so I can pull that out because it's just too damn big for everything else I got. But I got to move all this stuff anyway. And yeah, so for another video, we'll hopefully get a little work done. Thanks for coming by though. You know, this was fun, right? Okay, I don't know about fun. I don't think we learned anything, but thanks for watching. See you next time.